Hey, what's up? Thanks for being here. Today is What's in the Box Wednesday. Let's go ahead and adjust this over a bit. Here we go. But yeah, this box right here, I told you before that I was going to share it with you, so that's what we're going to do. Most of these books have just been books that I've personally selected out of book hauls that I've had that I personally want to read. I know someone that wants to read them, or I want to throw them in the book giveaway and pay it forward to you. So if you haven't visited, like the page on Facebook, go over and do that. You can find the link in the description to get entered for free books. So let's dig into them. This book, I was always coming across it, and I was like, next time I see that, I'm going to get it. I hadn't heard anything about it, but it just reminded me of The Secret. I went ahead and picked this one up, The Law of Happiness by Dr. Henry Cloud. So that's the first book there. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Great book. I read this a while back. I think I put a review on Instagram or just maybe a few snippets from the book. Super awesome book. I highly recommend this book. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. We got Inside the Brain, Revolutionary Discoveries of How the Mind Works. Anything about the brain, mindset, I like to dig into, try to improve my thinking, my consciousness, things like that. The Portable Jung, this was actually on my running book list, and I think I found this one at a Friends of the Library book sale, so super pumped for that. Start with Why by Simon Sinek, super awesome book, highly recommend it. The Ultimate Sales Machine, this was on my running book list by Chet Holmes. I look forward to reading that. Marianne Williamson, her and Dr. Dyer were the ones that turned me on to A Course in Miracles. And so I usually pick up any of her books, as I do with Dr. Wayne Dyer's. Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. This one is The Unheard Cry for Meaning, Psychotherapy and Humanism. When You're Falling, Dive. Suffering is Optional. Local Dollars, Local Sense. The Art of Possibility. This is a pretty good book. Louise L. Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. This was actually on my running book list, so I was stoked to come across that. Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell. I had heard about this book. He wrote Tipping Point also. I've read that, but I haven't read this one. The Essential, this is Alan Watts. I think this is might be my first book for Alan Watts. I've heard quite a few quotations and things about Alan Watts, but I've never had a book or read any of his, so I have this one now. The 7 Laws of Money. Breakthrough Rapid Reading. We can read faster. That just helps our productivity and our mindset and learning. So that's awesome. I pick up any books on how to read faster. Dr. Wayne Dyer, I Can See Clearly Now. I didn't have this book, so that's awesome to have that one. Science and the Akashic Field. Is that how you say that? An Integral Theory of Everything. We got the Akashic Experience. Science and the Cosmic Memory Field. We got Learned Optimism, The Art of the Start, The Emotional Intelligence Quick Book, The One Thing Holding You Back, Put Your Mindset to Work, The Speed of Trust, The One Thing That Changes Everything, Stephen Covey, 13 Dreams Freud Never Had, Solved by Sunset, Leadership in the New Science, The Man Who Quit Money, Wide Awake at 3 a.m., By Choice or By Chance. Here is an old school Creative Visualization by Shakti Gawain. Another copy of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That's a classic. Spirit Driven Success by Danny Johnson. Wreck This Journal. It's just got a whole bunch of pages to spark ideas, write, draw, random things like that. Awareness, The Perils and Opportunities of Reality. We got Your Erroneous Zones, Dr. Wayne Dyer. That's an old school pick of him, so I had to pick that one up. I have some copies up there also. Real Magic by Dr. Wayne Dyer. I don't have a copy of that, so I was stoked to grab that one. John C. Maxwell, Dare to Dream. Pulling Your Own Strings, Dr. Wayne Dyer. Chant and Be Happy. The Power of Mantra Meditation. Has featuring exclusive conversations with John Lennon and George Harrison. A big workbook. This is like a textbook. Reading Faster and Understanding More, Book 2. Magical Passes, The Practical Wisdom of the Shamans in Ancient Mexico, Carlos Castaneda. Now, this author is someone that I've always heard about. I came across this book, and I was excited because I hadn't had any of his or came across any, but I had heard people talk about him. And I recently found a box set of the Teachings of Don Juan. Anatomy of the Spirit by Carolyn Myss. Great book. I have a copy of that. So most likely I'll be giving that one away. The Unbroken Field. The Power of Intention in Healing. The Power of Uniqueness. A World Waiting to Be Born by Scott Peck, author of A Road Less Traveled. We got The Ego and the ID. Freud. And The Revolution of Hope by Eric Fromm. He's the author of The Art of Loving, which is a great book that I recommend reading. So this has been What's in the Box Wednesday. If you've read any of these books, please let me know in the comments below. Or maybe you want to read these, so let me know, because I usually put the books that I find up on the New Life, New Dreams Facebook page for book giveaways. So if you haven't entered that, go ahead and click the link below in the description to get entered, because I want to send you some books because I have too many. Now, you can never have too many books, but I like to pay it forward if I have multiple copies. And if I'm out and about and I see a book that I like, I usually pick it up so I can send it to you or someone else. So stay tuned for the next What's in the Box Wednesday. And remember, stay awesome, stay thrifty, stay conscious, and start creating your new life and new dreams today.